Best of luck. Our final guest has been the frontman of everyone's favourite Saturday night show for the past 3 series.
He's the host with the most, who's always there for all the contestants, whether they're commiserating or celebrating.
You right? Why are you upset? Do you think they've made a mistake?
Yes, I do.
Cannot strike people.
I don't care what the people... I'm all right.
I just heard this. And you O'Leary was a big drink.
Yeah. I don't care what the whispers...
I feel great now. I just need to go and have a cigarette in the fridge.
And Dermot joins us now. What a lead-up to this series. Surely unprecedented.
I guess so. It just sort of ends up happening on us. You know what it's like.
Yeah, but
circumstances
every year
just end up taking over rather than, you know...
But it grows. Every year you sort of think, there's no way it can be as big as last year. And then, again, this year, it's happened.
I've got to be honest, you wonder who's watching it, because you do go...
Everybody.
Yeah, but exactly. You do go, you know, the viewing figures go up every year, and it's wonderful, and it's a really humbling experience when that happens. But you do look at it and go, where have these people come from? It's the 7th year, so...
The pressure on the final 12 now that have gone through must be immense, because these guys, you used to sort of get to know them throughout the final shows,
sure.
But now you really know, they're almost stars in their own right before they even enter that first show.
Grimshaw the other day, like when we were at judges' houses and he got through, just afterwards, just, you know, when we finished filming, I was just saying, you know, the extraordinary thing is when someone sees your first audition, it's not like they then go, oh, I'm be interested in that guy, I'd like to get to know that guy. That just happens, and before you know it, you know, it's not like, you know, a few people see him and then the viewing figures build and so forth. He becomes an overnight star like that, and then it's up to him, obviously, to sustain that.
What about the controversy this year? I suppose you've got to sort of toe the party line and be quite careful what you say, but 40,000 people joined a Facebook campaign saying that the dismissal of Gamu was a catastrophe, and we read in the papers every day the story seems to change whether or not there have been issues within the family or not issues within the family, and you don't know what's true or what's not true.
The sad thing, of course, is you know, what's going on with her externally, and you know, and we're just trying to give her as much support as we possibly can. But I think people have to understand that up to the point that we get into the studio, the show isn't a democracy. Do you know, the judges make those decisions. And you know what Cheryl and Danny especially are like. You know, no one puts words in their mouths, and they make the decisions, you know, based on who they think best represent them in the final. And they've done that. When
you saw Cheryl's final 3, the choice that she'd made, did you sort of go, that's interesting?
You know what always happens when you go to the judges' houses is you try and cheat it. It's almost like getting your Christmas presents early. You try and, like, get your head up to the door when people audition. You're thinking, oh, what are they like? And what I will say is not one person, not one girl stood out at Cheryl's house. You know, you didn't hear Gamu and think she was, you know, she was in any way, shape or form better than any of the other girls. No one really shone. It was that time. But, you know, you look at someone like Cher's first audition, and you totally, on the strength of that, and what she brings to the show and the originality, you totally understand why Cheryl put her through.
I think she was right to go. I know, just amazing. And also, she was unwell, which is slightly different. But I think the problem that people have slightly is with Katie, who wasn't unwell. There wasn't really a reason for it.
I know, but, you know, I mean, you were sort of asking the wrong person to
I know.
degree. You need
but you know, but you were there. You were standing
that's
there.
like, well, that's what I mean. In that, you just never know. Listening to all of them, I always thought, I mean, Katie has touches of brilliance when she sings, and listening to all of them, it's all what the judges think. Like, trust me, no one is ringing Cheryl up saying, you must put this person through. She's not exactly the sort of person that would be produced like that. And the show doesn't really work like that, really, you know?
There's a twist. We know about this.
It's a very exciting twist.
Are you going to hop all around this, or can you give us any sort of clue?
We can't open our Christmas presents early, can we?
Oh, we can,
no,
though.
we can't.
One on Christmas Eve, at least.
It's a big twist. It's fun. It will involve stuff.
Does it involve bringing somebody back? Oh, don't make me give you a Chinese bird.
Do it. I can withstand the pressure, I promise you.
As a nation, are we going to be relieved? Are we going to feel that justice has been done?
It depends what your definition of justice is.
Well, as in certain people coming back that we thought might have to.
Who knows?
You're just going to say no.
Well, so
you do exactly the same thing
I
we did here last year.
Approach it from a different way.
How else can I do this? I can't. Go on, you're good at this.
I can't think of it. I know he's not going to tell us.
I know. He's very good.
There's no way. I know. Can you imagine if you
great...
gave this secret away here and now, just what it would be like when you got to the
I mean, don't get me wrong. particular party line to tread, like you said, but I would be murdered if I said that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It was a bit like me twittering the live dates. Do you remember when I did that last year? Not my best move. Are there any exciting things throughout the show? Is it going to have the same sort of format that it's had? The live show is going to be the same sort of thing?
Well, no, because part of that twist will involve ramifications down the line.
Oh, OK.
Oh, man, I'm in such thin ice.
You're doing very well.
No, but I will chip under pressure.
We don't. Actually, we
you-
don't want to get you into trouble,
No.
so we won't do that. What you are is an emotional shoulder for them to cry
You know,
on
it's
during the
weird. I
auditions,
never
right?
thought that would happen when I first started. I just
Are you
thought-
that sort of a person?
Not particularly. That's the strangest thing. I mean, I'm not bad, but I would say I'm quite warm. But it's odd. Everyone always says you hug everyone, and if you watch, we don't really hug anyone. They just come up and just collapse into your arms. You just think, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it is quite odd. I just thought it would be like a bit like Big Brother, and I'd be able to sort of have a little bit of fun, which you can have certainly.
Well,
in
that's the big
audition
difference
stage.
of the audition part of the show and then the live studio part of the show, is because they're so worlds apart. That shoulder to cry on, the emotion, and then you're there presenting a big, shiny floor show
Yeah.
on a Saturday night and all the responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for that.
I know.
Do you get nervous?
Yeah, totally. But good nerves, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that wonderful sort of. I remember you always said to me, is that feeling where before the doors open, you look around at anyone like the soundman and go, "Don't want to do it, you do it." And
What places
the
are
minute
red
the doors open, you go, "Oh yeah, this is what I do." So it's a little bit like that, but I can't wait.
What about the American one? Because there's X-Factor US.
Yeah.
And if we're led to believe anything, that you held back to see whether or not it might come your way, but you don't know
No
where
one
it's
knows
going to go.
anything. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you know, I'd be a fool if I said I wasn't interested in doing that job. But at the same time, I want to do it for the right reasons. I want to do it because they want me rather than someone who's British or what have you. But, you know, I'm pretty philosophical about
But you do it if
See
you were
what
asked to.
happens.
I'd certainly strongly consider it.
You'd be amazing.
Let's
Represent the Brits.
We've got, yeah, quite right too. We've got some questions in the hub. What you got, Matt?
Hello, Dermot. We've got lots of, obviously, questions from Nick Hargreaves from Facebook. Is Dermot missing Holly, the presenters? Are you missing that?
Oh, I like the hub.
Do you like that?
Yeah, very much so.
you missing Holly?
I'm missing you a great deal. Connie's very good, don't get me wrong, but I do miss Holly. I miss Presentiators.
Presentiators was fun.
Yeah.
It was very good.
One more, Matt?
What do you think about the reaction to the picks by this year's judges? We've talked about this before, but you know, what do you think personally about the press speculation and, of course, death threats to Cheryl?
Well, obviously, I'm quite shocked about death threats to Cheryl. But like I said earlier on, it's tricky because certainly as a host, you've got to be devil's advocate to a degree. But what I will say, sticking up for the judges, is they have to make the decision
Yes.
up to the point we go live, and then we give it to the audience, and that's the way the show's always worked.
And also,
you can't
you know,
complain that someone hasn't. Can't actually genuinely complain that someone hasn't picked the person you want them to, and say
No.
that's
And
You
death
get
threats
that.
over a TV
yeah,
show.
or
Sort yourselves
get in
out.
touch
Don't
with
be so
Ofcom or
ridiculous.
something. Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt.